Oh my gosh, God Cloud, it's so nice to see you, but so far away. But it's so good to see you again. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent, Maximilian. How about yourself?
So good, friends. It is so good to see you. It is Friday. I feel like it's been like centuries since I've greeted you, and I'm so glad to be here. I'm coming to you live and direct from a new laptop. God Cloud and I just got back to our first time being together on the live stream since we've been on the road. I hope you've been enjoying our pictures and our mini shares. When we've been to Ethereum Denver conference, I went to Breckenridge. We went to Austin, Texas. We did a long road trip. We performed at many places. God Cloud and I recorded with us. We just did all the things, and we come back to tell you all about it. And also to catch up with the tea. But before I even get into all that, I mean, first of all, my name is Maximilian. I just get so excited, like I have to realize like everyone doesn't even know me, and it's like I've been away for so long. I mean, I almost don't remember my own name,
Right?
actually. But my name is Maximilian, and I'm an artist and musician putting music on the blockchain since 2021. We are blockchain agnostic, and we love all the chains. We are here talking about music and music technology, and I'm here with my friend and the first finger drummer to put music on the blockchain, GodCloud. GodCloud, take it away and introduce yourself.
What's going on, y'all? God Cloud here, first finger drummer on the blockchain, and obviously you can tell by the shirt, wrestling fans, NWO for life. I got this from Scott Steiner also, which is pretty dope. But yeah, just like Maximilian said, we just got off the road. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There's you. Okay, cool. All right, bang, bang, bang. Yeah, but we just got off the road with the Third Planet Studios Beyond the Block tour. I'm as much fun as it is to be on the road, I'm stoked to be back home. And just like you said, you have almost forgot your name. I forgot how to use my laptop, so I'm trying to get back, accustomed to, using all my things here and whatnot. I probably can't hear that so well, but yeah, multi-instrumentalist, musician, ex-pro wrestler, but now commentary and whatnot too. And yeah, stoked to get into all the things today because we got a lot to talk about. I'm hyped.
First up, Solana. I know I'm the last to hear about it. I was catching up on all my social media, and I kept catching all this shade. I had asked my friends, I said, what do they do? And then I wasn't prepared. I got to be honest with you. I was not prepared for the commercial that I saw. But you've got it. And for anyone who doesn't know, Solana put out this commercial and then they deleted it. But I wanted to, I just wanted to catch some market sentiment, ask you, what were your thoughts? You have it queued up there?
I do. It's on somebody's Instagram, but I can still,
Mm.
um, I'll just play the audio to it. I guess I can't play it on the share the screen. But anyway, before we get into it, right? I get it. Like a lot of people, all they see with this right wing stuff is that like, oh, and listen, y'all, I'm about to get right fucking into it. I don't I don't fuck it. If you consider yourself MAGA, go fuck yourself. I know a lot of people think like, oh well, there's some bad people on both sides of the aisle, but no, they're like okay, but the worst people I will say reside on the MAGA side of things. Are there some Republicans who, still haven't drinking the Kool-Aid? Sure. I'd like to believe that. I'd like to believe that there are still some true Republicans out there who we can have some reasonable discourse with. But as far as these MAGA people go, they're far the fuck out there. They are a fucking cult. And a lot of people
God,
think
Clyde, you're so polarizing. It's like usually God Club's not so polarizing. Usually they're like, well, they're doing some things, and now he's just like,
I'm
But
tired of
you
pulling
know,
punches,
for real,
y'all.
I'm just like,
They get to be racist and homophobic and sexist and shit, and I can't say that they're doing it. Fuck
yes, you
that.
can. Yes, you
Fuck
can.
y'all.
I'm
Fuck them. Right here. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck if my bag's pumped because Trump got elected. Fuck him. Fuck y'all. but listen, I get it. Like, okay, there's this kind of like culture war that, oh, you know, the wokies, they don't like money or don't like crypto or whatever this or that. It's like, no, like we, you know, like we do, we don't. And if you're gonna start trying to alienate people and picking sides and all of this shit just because the Tangerine Fuhrer uh, says that he supports crypto and all he's really done is just do like fucking scams and shit. Like, bro, like, okay. You know what's funny? I remember somebody, and I'm sorry, I'm about to go off on a little tangent, but then I'm going to bring it back. Somebody,
never apologize. I love all your tangents, God bless.
okay, but only reason I'm apologizing because I hate when other people do it because they never like come back to the topic. So that's why I apologize. But somebody once said like, oh well, if Trump does anything bearish with crypto, Elon will be there to stop him or some shit. And it's like, why do you want? And you know what? Like, y'all consider a pump and dump bullish? I hope you do. I hope you fucking do. Because that's what he fucking did, and Elon wasn't there to make a statement. Oh no, listen, Donald, you shouldn't do a pump and dump on your supporters because that's gonna cause a bad. Listen, Elon, I don't care what you have to say. I'm in debt. I'm not as rich as people think I am. So I'm gonna scam these idiots again and again and again.
God
Anyway,
Cloud, that was an excellent, excellent performance.
yeah, that's my Dumb and Dumber and
Excellent.
impression right there. But yeah, so I don't, I think that what they were trying to do with this ad was be like, fuck the left, fuck the wokies, we're doing this and we're here, and we don't, it's this like, oh, we don't give a shit who we offend because we're in charge, da 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 type shit. But don't criticize them in any way, shape, or form because they will fucking fall the fucking pieces. Um, you know, it's that alpha male fragility on full display. This is what it is. Let's be real. Uh, this yeah, I'm full of hot takes today. Not even. I'm just saying what I fucking what I feel. But yeah. Anyway, that's what I think is going on in this advert here. You want me to play it?
I do. I do. I was when I just wanted to say, when I was listening to it, I felt like it was mocking American sensibilities as a whole,
How so?
like
How so?
there's a line where the therapist says like, "Oh, you're having rational thoughts? Well, let's stop that."
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I felt like, oh, like this is attack on like all modern sensibilities, any like super forward thinking people type of thing. So yeah, it's just I just it kind of reminds me of like when you get jumped into a gang, how like you have to like break all you have to do something so that you can't be in the good graces of the people who took care of you before. They want to make sure that basically burn all the ships. That's what I feel like it was. It's like, oh, if you want the support of this regime, you're gonna have to burn all the ships. You're not
Yep.
gonna be able to be a part of that other group anymore. We want to make sure that you make it really clear. It's like having a coming out party that you're one of us now. You're gonna wear this jacket and
Yeah.
not be friends with those people anymore.
Yeah. Solid point. Solid point. And what I call that is just bending the knee. You know what I mean? Because when Trump got in office and a lot of companies killed their DEI
Mm,
initiatives and everything. Granted, black as much as they like to make us believe that black people are the ones who benefit the most from DEI. We're not. But when they went ahead and did that, it still sent a message because the thought is always like, oh well, black people get hired just because they're not qualified, but it's just, oh, it's merit based, it's merit based. It's like, well, listen, like honestly, if this shit was fucking merit based, like none of the clear people complaining about DEI would be getting the fucking jobs. Let's be honest, you know. So when we start seeing things like this, or these companies bending the knee, it's almost like a figurative like whites only sign. You know, this is like, hey, straight cis white males only here. This is what this is for, which is funny because Solana had tweeted, you know, in the past they tweeted, oh, Solana is for everybody, you know,
Right.
but not, I guess not anymore. Granted, the CEO's had some stuff to say about all of, you know, these things, which we'll get into, because I think he made an announcement yesterday. But yeah, whenever you're ready, we'll play the ad and we'll go over the what the CEO
Yeah. Let's
Solana
get
had.
into it. Yeah,
All
let's
right,
get into it straight up.
pull this up. Oh shit, I tapped it too many times. Oh.
Well, lately, I've been having thoughts again.
What thoughts?
About innovation.
Damn,
You know, multi-planetary travel, nuclear energy, crypto, AI. You know, things that push the limits of human potential.
What you're experiencing is called rational thinking syndrome. Why don't we take this energy and channel it into something more productive, like coming up with a new gender?
But that's not going to stop me thinking about innovating and doing something.
Innovating, doing, these are action words, verbs. Why don't we focus on pronouns?
That's not going to help.
I sense some cynicism. Have you been betrayed in the past?
You know, I used to think the media was my friend. Can I even trust them anymore?
Of course.
Of course they'd say that. That's a biased take. I got canceled for saying 2 + 2 is 4.
Have you ever considered that math is a spectrum?
What?
America. Numbers are non-binary. We've been conditioned to believe that 2 + 2 is 4. It's a societal construct.
It's literally math.
Or is it a dominant narrative? Have you been practicing state-prescribed regulations we talked about?
Yeah. I've debanked some crypto founders and I've slowed down nuclear reactor approvals. And depending on my state of mind, I changed the SEC guidelines, but I don't like it.
If we don't regulate, how will we create jobs for people who work hard to make businesses slow?
You know what? Hard work, innovation, rational thinking, it's in my blood. It's who I am. Railroads, factories, automobiles. I built the future once, and I won't be left behind now. I will lead the world in permissionless tech, build on chain, and reclaim my place as the beacon of innovation. I want to invent technologies, not genders.
Lovely. So glad you were able to get some of that negative emotion out. Sounds like we'll need a few more sessions. When can I see you next?
You're fired.
And America's back. It's time to accelerate. Like
So who does the therapist represent?
the therapist.
If America is the client, right? Who does the therapist represent?
Good. You know what? Good question. I guess it's like the
And enabling I feel like the therapist is like, I feel like they're like, the therapist is supposed to be the woke, like,
that's what I was gonna say. Like the woke, but think about it. So if
but it's
America,
but it's fake woke, because she's saying stuff like insinuating that like we don't take action. Like,
right?
oh, those are
Yes,
action words. Let's focus on pronouns. And so
right.
I'm like, oh, I get it. You're saying that, civilized, forward-thinking people don't take literal action.
When let's be honest, more people have died pushing for black rights, gay rights, trans rights. More people have died doing that than getting fucking canceled. You know, and I don't know if you saw the post that I made a while ago. It's like, hey, back in the day when a motherfucker got canceled, they got put in a fucking guillotine. Like, if y'all really want to, and I'm saying, and you know, like, if you really want to say that we're doing cancel culture, you know, I'm not saying that that's what we should do. Damn it! Like, you motherfuckers really want to, you know, like, say, oh well, you're just making up fucking pronouns and you're maybe deciding on new genders and oh, we don't take action. It's like the reason why we have to fight so fucking hard is because of these exact fucking people, and it's because of shit like this. It's because some shit like this made it past the first fucking edit. It's because a motherfucker got these files. Somebody shot this, then somebody got the files and was like, okay, I will edit this and make it, you know, I'll put this together and make a commercial with it. And because it got past that, that's why the fuck we are where we're at. And that's, and hold on, let's get to the statement from the fucking CEO. And it's like, bro, you telling me you didn't fucking see this shit? You're this goddamn CEO, you didn't see this shit getting shipped out, you know? And sorry, and I'm going off pretty hard, so just stop me at any point. But this is the hypocrisy to where they say, oh, they don't take action, they don't do anything, but it's like, yo, we fight so fucking hard all the time and have been fighting for fucking ever. Like all and I consider, you know, all marginalized groups like us, right? So when I'm saying like us, I'm not just saying black people or whatever. I'm, you know, talking
Right.
about us as a whole whose existences are just entirely or politicized entirely just because we're like, hey, we'd like to have a you know,
A say?
yeah, a say, and not even that, but just like a comfortable life. Like, we'd like some of these
Mm.
things that, you know, that we are, you know, people have been exploited for. We'd like to have some of the gains from that, you know, like shit, like y'all are eating fruit off of the trees that our ancestors planted, and y'all won't even let us get no seeds off that bitch. But you're still gonna turn around and say that, oh, we're the lazy ones, that, oh well, you guys need, this is why you're all asking for handouts and all this shit, that shit. But
The first I saw this I saw this Instagram post. I think I sent it to you, GC, but did you see? It was like this older guy, and he was having an argument with his grandmother, who he said is racist. And he was saying the first DEI was 3/5 of every slave counts as, or each slave counts as 3/5 of a vote. Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I know. I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that reel, but you're saying that he was saying the
That's
first.
DEI.
Oh, right, right. Okay. Yeah, okay.
It
Sure.
was
I mean,
actually created to benefit. It was actually created to benefit the people in those remote areas where they didn't have enough voting power. And so
yeah,
now that other people are also benefiting, they want to roll it back.
right, right, right. But see, the DEI and a lot of this shit in here was dog whistles, you know? Like, don't, the action, oh, well, you're focusing on pronouns, or when she started, and one thing that I know that people couldn't see, but she starts, oh, when she says that math is a spectrum, you know, these are all little like dog whistles.
Yeah.
And DEI is very much a dog whistle for black people getting jobs. It's you know, people like to say like, oh, affirmative action, this and that, like, oh, black people are getting jobs are not qualified, this shit, that shit. But DEI, all that shit, it benefits white women more so than anybody else, you know?
How is that?
So what's that?
How is that?
That's just the facts. Hold on. It's just because, so basically, if you're if you're a woman, you're considered a minority, right? And when people are applying for jobs, when they have to, when it's a DEI thing involved, it's mostly white women are getting these positions than anybody else. That's just how it's laid out. Hold on, let me pull up some stats here.
We love stats.
Yeah, I argue this shit on TikTok all the time. So most stats. Let's see. Who makes up? White women. 60% of DEI hires are white women, source The Atlantic 2021. This means for every 10 people hired under DEI policy, 6 are white women. Black and Latino candidates combined make up only 36% of DEI hires. But when people talk about DEI, who are they talking about? They're talking about black and brown people. Let's be real. They're talking about black and brown people. They're trying to say like, oh, are they? They don't even go out on a fucking and be like, oh wait, no, it was a gay person or a trans person or this and that. And they're just not right mentally. So how can we expect them to do a good job? Let's make everything merit based. If you do a good fuck.
No, you're back. I can hear you.
I know, but I can't hear you and I'm not moving. Hold on, I'll jump back in. Every time we get a call, this shit happens.
Oh.
Let's see if that'll fix
Hey, everyone.
No.
Don't call God Cloud when you see he's live on the air with me.
I can hear you now, but I'm still frozen. Let me see if I can turn the camera off. If that'll fix it.
Oh, maybe I can help.
Oh, wait.
I wonder if I can help.
Oh, wait. No, I'm here. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
So,
let's go.
And think about it like this: if we hate these policies so fucking much, it's like, why do we need them? Why do we need these policies? Like, why do we need to have laws to make sure that that hiring practices aren't fucked up and racist? It's like, who did it? Who started this shit? So for them to be throwing out all these fucking dog whistles, saying, oh man, the spectrum, and oh yeah, I got canceled for saying 2 + 2 is 4, this shit, that shit. It's like, okay, man. Administration. Oh, did you get me there? Did you hear what I just said?
Say that again. I just heard you say we get it.
Oh yeah, I said I get it. You're bending the knee to the new administration.
Yeah.
But don't take our contributions for fucking granted, and don't act like we don't have fucking value, and don't act like we're crazy or we're stupid for just existing, because we're not like nothing in I don't think anything in life is truly binary, as much as people would like to say like, oh no, there's just a man and a woman. Like, listen, everybody starts out as a female in the womb, right? And we barely know how our brains fucking work. So who's to say what happens during that fucking process that's going on in any and all of our bodies, So
nobody still can explain what happens inside the chrysalis when that butterfly is being made.
Yeah, right. So don't sit here and say, well, God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Don't fucking come in with all that fucking shit. Like,
Steve is probably like, wrong.
Yeah, right. Like,
Steve is like, you shows how much you know.
Yeah, for real though. But no, yeah, that ad was some bullshit. It and to see the CEO trying to walk back on it.
I got a sewing machine.
Oh, you got the sewing machine? Okay, Daddy will be down to check it out.
I threaded it already.
Oh, you threaded it already? Oh, sick. Okay, cool. Awesome, kiddo.
That's like more than 50% of the work right there, threading the machine.
Yeah, right. You got it down. So yeah, and here's something too, with because this should happen with Target when they announced that they were rolling back their DEI initiatives, and they got hit with a boycott pretty hard,
Yeah, and guess what? It was so successful. It was wildly successful, and I got to be honest with you, I was surprised. Go ahead and throw your tomatoes. But I was I was it was a plethora of emotions, but it was like bittersweet, right? But I was pleasantly surprised to see that it really was impactful.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like I know Solana like struggles to just like keep the lights on in general, even though that
What
they
do you mean? They have
like
like such a high when I look at the different chains, I do it from time to time. I say, "What's the volume? What's the volume?" They're doing a lot of volume.
no, I know, but they over the years they had a lot of shutdowns and just blackouts. I don't mean that they were having trouble keeping the lights on like monetarily. Like
Oh.
I guess they didn't know where the switch was or couldn't find the light bulbs in time or some fucking shit. See, if they would have some black or brown people up in that bitch, be like, yo, just light a candle. The power's out. Oh, okay, we good.
Here,
Like we got.
baby, just get you an orange peel. Take the orange out. We're gonna put some oil inside. We're gonna
Right.
light.
They're all like, "Oh my god, we don't have any light. Oh my god!" Like, dude, turn on it. Just whatever. But yeah, shit. Where are we going with this?
You were getting ready to
Oh,
talk about what the CEO said.
so even before that, with the boycott and all that shit, like,
Oh
yo,
yeah, Target.
yeah. So with the boycott of Target being successful, to the point where the shareholders had to sue, in crypto, I think we need to, you know, kind of, not even kind of, we need to stand on business like that shit too, Granted, okay, they made their statement, they, came out and said whatever, da 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 da. But at that point, that's like, yo, you're showing me who you are. You're showing me who you are. I I'm a believer in, and I know, like, like you saw this firsthand, but I am a full believer in rejecting apologies.
So am I.
Yeah, I'm a full believer in being like, you apologize to me, you know you were wrong. I'm glad you know you were wrong. I don't accept your apology. Bye. You know, that's that's me. And when I see some shit like this, the fact that you felt that this dude being president gave you permission to pop off at the mouth like this, you think that that's okay because of this guy. We don't got nothing else to talk about because you couldn't wait. You couldn't fucking wait to get rid of your DEI shit. You couldn't wait to put out this fucking ignorant ass commercial. Like, you couldn't wait to try and fucking dunk on us libs and shit with this bullshit. But now, after you see the backlash, you also can't wait to fucking apologize. Well, guess what? I can't wait to tell you to suck my. So yeah,
Oh my gosh.
all of that. And anyway, to the CEO. Oh, we can listen to the article. No shit, I don't gotta read. Man, shit. Okay, so we're just gonna go through this article really quick. Really quick. Hold on, let me get a sip of water. Where is my So it says the article it just says, "I'm ashamed. Solana CEO breaks silence over controversial ad backlash." The Solana Lab CEO says the controversial ad was gnawing at his soul and promises Solana will stay out of cultural wars. And was it gnawing at your soul, or was it just, were you getting too much negative? Were you trending negatively on fucking crypto Twitter? Is that what happened?
9 at his 9. Yeah.
Because, like, listen, if something's gnawing at your fucking soul, you don't fucking say it. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't. If I say something that hurts somebody's feelings, I'll tell them, like, listen, man, I didn't think that was gonna, you know, I didn't think you were gonna take that like that. I didn't think you were gonna take it like that. This is what I meant. This is what I meant. My fucking bad. But some shit. But if it's something that I done fucking worked on.
It was a 30-minute comedy special that you engineered with 7 top comedians from 17 different countries. You had it translated in every language, and you put it on all the blockchains. You had allow lists. You had a
Yeah.
whole campaign. I had to tweet a picture just to get on the airdrop allow list. I mean, it was really well thought
All of
out.
that. And then I'm like, oh shit, this is gnawing at my soul after I drop it. Like, come the
No,
fuck on.
no.
So, okay, so let's, you know what? Let me see if we can just listen to the article.
Breaks silence over controversial ad backlash.
Oh, this is great. I love
Solana
this.
Labs CEO Anatoly Yakovenko has broken his silence over the America is Back. Time to accelerate advertisement, which blended American patriotism and tech innovation with political messaging.
Hold on. So, American patriotism, can we just call it racism?
That is not American patriotism.
But you know what? That's how they think. That's how that particular group of people fucking think. They think that the patriotism is the xenophobia and every other fucking which is funny because it's like it's just all fear. Like, you know, like if you have a phobia of something, you have a fear of it. And all of this quote unquote American patriotism is all based off of fucking fear. It's all based off fucking fear. So this article's already kind of lost me when it says that it was blending fucking uh, patriotism and all that shit. But where was it? Which was American patriotism and tech innovation with political messaging around gender identity. And it's like, yo, I bet like something we always hear from the right and from MAGA is like just them attacking other groups that are like, yo, when you see like Black History Month, it's never like it's always like, hey, like, yeah, yo, this is our history. But there's never like this and fuck white people thrown in there, you know? Like when you see Pride Month, you never see them like, oh yeah, you know, we're celebrating, you know, our story, but also fuck the straights. You never see that. But with fucking right wing MAGA fucks, part of their celebration is shitting on other groups. Always. And they want to talk about
It's like bully. It's like the bully. The bully has to shit on you.
Yeah.
We'll take your lunch money, but then also I have to make fun of you too.
Yeah. Yep. Or they'll say, you know, like, oh man, those some ugly fucking shoes, and it'll take the shoes too. You know, like if you want to talk about like fucking tech innovations, you can't act like us marginalized folk haven't contributed anything to all this stuff. As much as they like to act like that, it's just not fucking true.
I mean, that the thing is, I can't really tell like what the beef is in the commercial. Like, you know, what's the point? Like, there was no good points made. Like, not even wrong ones. There was like no point made at all.
Yeah, it's just like,
I mean,
oh,
at least
these
I didn't get it.
wokies. Yeah, it's just like these wokies are so dumb. We're trying to get to Mars, and they don't want us to. It's like, no, we just don't like fucking Nazi salute Elon Musk. Elon Musk
Why
is
did
fucking
you do that?
Yeah, it's like he's doing Nazi
I'm
salutes.
still not over it.
What's that?
I'm still not over it.
Yeah,
You know, like it's like, okay, I'm going to be honest. Like, I feel really conflicted, right? Because you always want to know like who your friends aren't. Not that I would think someone who I never met is my friend. Okay,
sure,
but you know
right.
what I'm saying. Like, you always want to know if someone has a deep I'll say this: if someone has an irreconcilable misalignment with me, I definitely want to know about it. because
Yeah.
that helps me make educated choices. Right? I like to make educated choices. And so, like, when people hide that they're racist, um, it's frustrating because that's not an alignment. And I don't want to end up supporting someone who ultimately is not aligned with me when I could choose to align myself with someone who's fully aligned and be part of their ecosystem. So I'm saying this to say, even in business, I do want to know if there's a company or organization that I am contributing to in a financial way or as a consumer, I would like to know about that misalignment so that I can make educated decisions. Now, someone might be like, oh, Maximilian, you have premium Twitter? Yes, bitch, I do, because I like the features. I'm looking for other solutions. I'm on Warpcast too. This is my only home. I'm not willing to always like I say, educated decisions. I want the option to make educated decisions. That's what I'm saying. At the same time, it's very frustrating when you get these people who are coming out with these kind of um, these irreconcilable, very polarizing beliefs that are not necessarily connected to what they're doing. It causes me a problem. So like Solana coming out and making that commercial with those kind of statements, it's like, now you're messing with my tech.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, no, I hear you. Cause listen, like I'm on a platform that is on, Solana, and like I'm like, what the fuck, yo? And because I take this shit pretty seriously, and part of the reason why I don't have premium Twitter is because I don't fuck with Elon, and because I didn't want to contribute a goddamn cent to something that was, helping Trump spread his bullshit. And again, and I remember Paul Point and I, we were talking about this shit too. He was like, dude, like, are you gonna hate? I'm like, nope, like, listen, bro, like, do your thing. It's like, this is just my personal decision. Like, I don't want to, contribute to that. Uh,
For what it's worth, I don't want to contribute either. However, I'll be honest, being able to edit my posts, bro.
oh yeah, and listen. I'm
Oh,
I'm still on Twitter. You know what I mean? And even though I'm not contributing money, I contribute to, bringing eyeballs to it. You know what I mean? Like, uh, it's slave owners on the money. It's slave owners on all the dollars, right? So you can only get so far by being like, yo, I'm not fucking with nothing that's like awful. Like, it's just is what it is. The fucking world is awful. But if I can like mitigate how much awful shit that I'm involved in, then hey, then let this be where it is for me. You know what I'm saying? So because we just can't get away from this shit. Like, I'm sure that some of the clothes that I have on had were built via slave labor. I got a fucking iPhone here. I'm sure that the fucking cobalt or whatever in it wasn't mined ethically. You know what I'm saying? But if I can at some point mitigate some of this awful shit in some way, then I'm gonna do it. Then hey, let me do it in these ways. But yeah, well, that's like you're saying with this shit, it doesn't. And for them to say like, hey, we don't want to get involved in a cultural war, I think that this this is like killing somebody and then being like, oh, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight anymore. And not having. Oh, are you talking? You're muted.
no, I was just saying, I don't want to get involved. Yeah.
Oh,
They're like
yeah,
dead on the
right,
floor.
yeah,
I don't really want to get involved.
yeah. Because this shit, the damage is already done. And then there's another. Um, hold on. Yeah, here's another comment from Twitter from Adam. Cochran. I don't know them, but they said took them 9 hours to delete it. Also, all the major players in the Solana ecosystem suddenly delete their tweets promoting and supporting the ad and retweeted and like takes about it being so bad. Okay, so wow, they approved this. They approved this, supported it, and celebrated it. They rolled it. Oh, damn it! Now it's sending me to Twitter, so I wanted to read more. This is a good point here that Adam Cochran is making. Please don't make me sign in. Okay, great. Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. They rolled it back because it hurt their business, not because they thought it was wrong. This is who they chose to be. They showed you exactly who they are. They don't get to hide that and say, oops, my bad. Right? Exactly. That's what I've been saying. So yeah, this is all this shit is, like.
Okay, so here's my big question. So now, how do we navigate being fully authentic? How do we navigate? Here's this brand who has this technical product that we've all been using in some way or another and had plans to use, and we're woven into its ecosystem, and now they pull this fuck shit. So, what's the most authentic ways to navigate forward?
Sheesh. See, and this is the thing. It's almost harder to boycott in Web3 because the ecosystem is so small. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of choices to really go to for things. But I mean, comparative to the real, not even the real world, but comparative to like Web2 style retail, traditional retail, let's say, you know. Um, but I dare say, because I'm even looking at my fucking Phantom wallet, like, what the fuck? Like, I can't fuck with these fucking people, So honestly, I think what needs to happen is shit. Like, what I'm going to say what I'm going to do. I'm going to say what I'm going to do. I'm going to slowly phase out using Solana. They showed who they are. And I mean, it sucks, but if it comes to it, and like, so I feel like this is kind of like the underlying sentiment in all crypto right now. Like, crypto is super MAGA, everybody's super MAGA, and
They're
crypto.
not.
Listen, I've been really surprised to find out that some people are, super Trump supporters in the crypto space. There's a lot of, and I think there's a lot of us compassionate folks who
I
who
feel
live
like
in reality.
I feel like people are like are not taking into account like everything. It's like people are doing weird stuff like selective support, pretending not to see things. I mean, for real, like how can someone support some of those things? I mean, sometimes I feel like people oversimplify. They say, well, I want this, therefore I support this person. But if they're not actually supporting that person, they just
Yeah,
have this overlap on some of the things that they want. And I wish that people would make a better discernment between being supportive of a person and, you know, trying to see through the policies that help you without attaching it to a person. Like it really bothers me in conversation when people say, you know, DT this, DT that, giving him so much credit for certain things, but it's like, giving credit where it's not due.
yeah.
And so that's
Oh,
why I say, like, are people really like MAGA, or people really just like using that as a short code for the few areas where there's overlap? It's
well, no, I don't, and that's a good point too, because I did want to mention that actually, because I feel like some people are really gung ho about crypto and they want their bags to pump, so they back Trump, you know? And that's
Yeah.
that they don't realize that, like, yo, empowering this dude emboldens racists and just white supremacist ideology across the board, you
Stuff
know?
that they genuinely don't support.
Right.
Exactly.
But they don't know they don't they don't got no spice in their cabinet enough to know, like, oh damn, this affects people more so than just, in the realm of crypto. And that's what a lot of people were like, dude, aren't you excited? Like, oh, I'm like, no, man, just like fuck this guy. Because now I gotta now myself and my friends are gonna have to deal with a lot more fucking just flat out racism just from even if Donald Trump isn't saying, like, oh yeah, we're gonna put people back in slavery or put people in concentration, which they're kind of doing, with the whole deportation shit. But when in Mississippi, they were trying to get a bill passed. I don't know if you heard about this.
Tell me.
They were trying to get a bill passed to make it legal for citizens to be able to arrest people who they thought were illegal aliens and be
Oh
compensated
my God.
bucks for that, right?
And they got what, $1,000?
What's that?
What did you say about $1,000?
So they basically get $1,000 for every illegal that they arrested, kind of did a citizen's arrest on.
No, this is tragic.
Yeah, but luckily it got shot down. But people were talking about this shit on TikTok. They were like giddy about this shit. They were like so excited, like, oh my god, I hope this is real. I can't wait. I hope that this passes, da 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 da, so I can do my part. And the people who put the bill together, they said that this is in line with with Trump's immigration policies. So this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying that he doesn't have to do this stuff, but just him being in power emboldens people to do fuck shit. And this is another case in point right here. This is it. This is the type of shit that we got to deal with when he's in power. Because when he's not, they struggle. They're scared because that's what they are. They're fear based. They're like how some people eat like plant based. These people are fucking fear based. Like,
So if the plant-based people have a little leaf on the menu and y'all meat eaters, carnivores, have a little chicken bone leg next to your food, what's the fear-based logo?
the fear-based logo, it's
Yeah.
just it's gotta be like some shit like or no, you know what it is? It's a fucking red hat. That's what it is. It's a red hat with
Oh,
a white letter.
the red cap!
That's what the fucking fear-based logo is. That's what the fuck it is. It's gonna be a little red hat. If you
Oh my
scared,
gosh.
here's your menu. Here's a little red hat next to it. Like, yo, this you scared or eat this food. Ain't no fucking surprises in it. It's just plain mashed potatoes. No flavor.
No flavoring.
Nothing. Plain yogurt on the side as you want. Like, that's it. Fucking burger with no salt. No salt whatsoever. But
Proud of it.
but yeah, that's so again, people don't, I guess it's probably because their circles lack diversity, so they don't think like, damn, this might affect other people
This might affect
on
my
crypto.
cousin, my friend, my neighbor,
Yeah,
my
and
coworkers, my
but they
life, my life.
seriously though, because even just like knowing the fact that an adjudicated RA grapist, that's what they say on TikTok. Just knowing that a fucking dude who was found civilly liable for grape is president right now, I think sends a fucked up message to the women in this country.
Agreed.
You
Make
know,
America great again.
right? For real. You know what I'm saying? And like, I, I just struggle with that shit like every day, and the fact that the dude who basically bought the election, fucking did a Nazi salute, or a Yahtzee salute. I don't want to get us kicked off of stuff. Did a Yahtzee salute, and he's allowed in the Oval Office. all this shit's okay.
I
This
still
and
can't believe he did that. I'm still like,
yeah, right. And not once, but twice.
I'm just like, why did you do that? Like, it wasn't cool the first time it happened in history. The first guy that did it wasn't cool.
And look what happened to
And
him.
look what happened to him. You know, it's like people think they're better than the person who did the thing that they did before or something.
Yeah, and this is what I feel like, because even if you look at like the Project 2025 stuff, uh, they originally called that the Trump agenda when during his first term. The Heritage Foundation was working with him, and this is all documented. It's on Trump's official Facebook page. Him standing with Vote and the Heritage Foundation people, and they were like, "Yo, 2/3 of the the Trump agenda have been enacted." Da 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 da. And they were planning on continuing into the next term, but he lost and he did lose. The election wasn't rigged, so all you fucking election deniers can blank my blank as well. But
Yeah, as
when
well.
they were coming back with it, they changed the name, and I covered all this stuff too. You could probably go on here. I could probably look this shit up right now. Um, uh, let's see, but yeah, the Project 2025 shit. That's all. This is them trying to do what the mustache chancellor was trying to do, but them trying to do it right. Them trying to do it on the next level. They got, and it's crazy. They do have a lot of resources and shit, but I'm not of the tolerant left.
Mm, mm.
I'm like, yo, I'm with I'm with the shit. So it's like y'all want to try and do whatever the fuck y'all trying to do by all means, but it's like I said, I think that the guillotine is cancel culture in its purest form, and the fear party fears that. So yeah, sorry.
It's facts though, but I'm just saying, like, I, I you know, I just, anytime it's my crypto, I just feel some kind of way about it because I really did feel like we were building something here that was supposed to be better than the thing that was already built. And, the whole point of building something new wasn't even to keep out certain people, was but just to be a place that people could self-select and count themselves in. And so I feel like, here we are again with a brand that built themselves up, and then once they get to a place, um, they're kicking out or making uncomfortable the people who made it what it was. They're basically canceling the plug.
Yeah, and this has been going on since very. I can't say. Well, I guess I can.
But
So
crypto, I mean, I never seen any, like, you definitely give me the history lesson, because you know what, personally, like, I never want to unknowingly support something that is like deeply against my personal alignment.
sure, and you know what? Like you can argue if this is like a crypto thing, but I think it's in the realm of Web3. But
Okay.
I don't know if you remember, and again, and this wasn't from the the company itself didn't come out with some shit like this. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
this is what I'm talking about the empowerment and all that shit. Like
Huh.
when not in power, they're quiet. But when he's around there, they're like, fuck it, and especially this time. This time is wild. But I don't know if you remember that whole shit that happened with ENS back in the day. Do you remember that?
No,
No, you
no,
don't? Okay.
no. What the fuck? Oh, you better tell
Okay.
me, bro. Tell me. I'd rather know the truth. I'd rather know the truth.
Okay.
Oh gosh, my
So
precious DNS. Oh
So
gosh. Oh boy. Hold on. Let me get my earmuffs ready. Let me get my
yeah. let me pull this shit up so I'm accurate about it.
No, oh gosh, not my precious Enos. Oh, that's like the first boy that ever kissed me. Stop. Oh, oh not the sweet Enos. What did they do?
So I guess not even. I guess. Hold on. I'm just pulling it up so I can forget about it. Uh, yep. Director of operations. It was the director of operations. He got fired.
Why?
Sacked. Yep. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. A crypto community cancels one of its own. But these are the people who are here, Maximilian. These are the people who are all in this space and who have been in this space. Let me just get the thing of what he said. Let me pull that up. Oh, they click it. God damn it! Just pull the damn thing up. I don't need a definition.
Anticipation is killing me. I'm like, oh my god. Ah.
Sorry.
No, I'm excited. This is a value edition. What are you talking about? This is a value edition. I'm like, here, let me give you a drum roll, bro.
So this is what the guy said. So this was the director. Oh, that's okay. I was like, oh shit, did the shit go away?
No, I'm like, you're about to bring it. I'm like, let me get the drums rolling, bro. Like, I'm telling you.
Oh, I didn't know this. True Names Limited, the nonprofit behind distributed domain protocol, Ethereum name service. God damn, that's a lot of words. Announced it would be ending its contract with Director of Operations Brantley Milligan after many uncovered his previously posted anti-LBG. Oh, they got it. They got it little different. LBGTQIA tweets on February 6th. The Centralized Autonomous Organization of Ethereum Name Service, or ENS, asks users to weigh in on what actions, if any, should be taken against Milligan in regards to a May 2016 tweet in which he said homosexual acts are evil and transgenderism doesn't exist. So this happened in 2021, where this guy, these tweets got uncovered from 2016. In 2022, this shit pops up.
How do you uncover some tweets from 2016, though? They're looking for that shit. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You gotta go underneath the desk and scroll.
No, scrolling like.
You gotta go down to Albuquerque to scroll.
Like, here we go. I'm sorry, y'all. Fuck them up. Fuck them up. Take them down. Take them down. Oh
Oh my
my
god, I'm
fuck.
sorry. I just had to ask real quick. Like, how do you? Okay, but okay, uncovered in some tweets from 2016. They were looking for his ass. Okay.
Yeah. It was like, you seem like the type that probably says some shit. Let's go. Fuck this dude up. Yo.
Somebody tried to do that to me. They pulled up some shit from 2014, and I just said, "So what are you doing Googling tiny peepees anyway, or whatever the fuck?" They tried to embarrass me. I don't care. Like, whatever, ho. Try.
Wait, what?
Okay, I've been on Twitter since 2008. Okay.
Damn. Okay.
I heard about Twitter from Gary Vaynerchuk. Like, I've been following Gary V since Wine Library TV, yo. A long time. So I've been on Twitter long before we figured out what it was good for. And back in that time, I was only talking to like there was only 4 of us on Twitter. Me, Gary V, and like 5 other people. Just kidding. There's very few people. But anyway, this was like, I don't have to tell you, first of all, it was a child in 2008, first of all, okay? And it was just like a silly tweet. I kind of remember what it was, which was like some like beauty company, or there was this ad, right? And they put something on the model's face. Anyway, it looked like a butthole. It was just really ridiculous. It looked bad. It didn't make sense or whatever. And I was like, is it just me, or does it look like a butthole? Like, and I was literally, it was a design comment. You know, it wasn't about buttholes. It was about design, right? And it was like this was just a couple months ago, because my art was like at NFT Japan, and I was right in the middle of bragging about my fancy art being in an important place. And here's this person on Twitter. I hope you're watching, because I thought this was petty as fuck. Here's this person on Twitter who follows me. Right in the middle of my big campaign for my art, they pull up this old tweet from like 2014 or something. That's very silly. I just told you it was like me going, hey, does this look like a butthole? And they requote tweet it and say, hey, look what I found. You know, so it's like, I'm not even running. I'm not even the CEO of anything except for my own shit. And look, someone,
Right, right,
you know,
right.
but the question was, why are you searching the word butthole? And then
Oh,
in order for someone to search the word butthole and for my tweet to come up, you also need to have put my name in it or something. Or you're just putting butthole and you're scrolling. You're scrolling. There must have been a lot of mentions of the word butthole between now and 2014 as of 2 months ago. So I'm saying when people are pulling, yeah, if someone's pulling up a tweet from 2016 and they didn't follow you back in 2016, they're just being, what is the word for that?
you know what? That listen, listen. I agree with you. Like that's some extra shit, and that is kind of looking for something. But how I can also see it, especially in this case, maybe
Yeah,
someone
tell
who
me.
knew him, maybe someone who knew him
Yeah.
remembered that shit. Because I know, like I remember tweet like, okay, so you remember how back in the day, like those song compilations would come up, it'd be like Razor and Tie presents like
Yeah.
80s rock type shit, right? Like
Yeah.
I still have those songs like stuck in my head in the order that they played them in that commercial. And now, just because of like being on social media so much, like I can remember like what certain like posts that I saw in a day. Like I remember like, oh damn, I remember homeboy said that shit, then so and so said this shit, then that kind of turned into this whole other thing, and I scrolled after that and so and so posted this. So what I'm thinking could have potentially happened is that either somebody from his past was like, oh damn, or somebody who knew him was like, yo, wait, you're the CEO for this shit? Oh, well, remember you said this, and and it blew up like that. Or he's in the limelight now. Motherfuckers was like, yo,
Looking for
let's check
stuff.
out his Twitter from the top. Like,
I'm
let's
sure.
check out his Twitter from the fucking top. And then they found that shit, But, to the other point, it's like if he said that in 2016, I doubt that he just got into crypto. He's a director of operations for something like ENS, you know. So yeah, and crypto was, NFTs, Web3 was supposed to be the woke shit.
Totally. I wonder why come out and say something like that on Twitter in the first. Now we're getting to the real shit though, for real though. Now, question, right? You know how we're looking at these like insidious commercial from Solana, for example, and some of these other like Target removing their program, right? These kind of things. It's like a clear signal. So I'm wondering, why would someone, even if they really, sadly, even if they really thought that, why would someone take to Twitter, even in 2016, and tweet out something like that? Because anytime we make a post a tweet, now a lot of times this thought process is in the background, but there's always an intended audience for every tweet.
Yeah.
So who is the intended audience for that tweet? And
Well,
that's my question, you know?
yeah, I can remember being in the space where they were talking about all that, and they had him there, and they had like a little town hall about it. I remember being in the space listening to him talk, and he was, basically saying it was the usual suspects, like, oh, this is my religion, this is what I believe, you know, and I guess he wanted brownie points with the Lord. I don't know, but he was really leaning
Mm,
in. a religious thing, like, I'm but even still, it's like, bro, like, okay, well, like, and that's what again, back to what I was saying earlier. If your political affiliation, your religion, it is making you look down on a group of people that just actually fucking exist, like, what does that say about this thing that you subscribe to? Like, what that anything that you being a part of requires for you to hate isn't good. It's not a good fucking thing, you know? Like, so.
So do you think possibly, or does it come across to you? That's what I'm trying to say. Does it come across? Not do you think, but does it come across to you like even that tweet was like, was that another signal like, show everybody what side you're on, kind of.
Yeah.
That tweet back then, was that too a signal, or was that just
Oh, yeah.
somebody? That's what I'm saying. It's like, why go and say something like that unless those are kind of comments that you make for someone to see, right?
Yeah. Like, and again, okay, you feel that way. Talk about that shit at your Bible study or whatever the fuck. When you are with other fucking people that are ignorant like you. You know what I mean? Like, but why post that on Twitter?
Because there was some benefit. That's my point. just like with Solana, there was a perceived benefit to doing it. Do we know what the perceived benefit was? It was financial, right?
For Solana?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd assume so. I'd assume it would, them doing that would probably like align them and get them into the, into that cabal, that freaking Yahtzee cabal that we see forming right now. That's, it's like, oh yeah, we support crypto and shit, but
When I see people making those kind of statements, I feel like that they're putting out their signal.
yeah, they're doing their Elon salute.
And then, right, and if you go along with it, then you're putting out your signal.
Yep, yeah,
And so, it's like now this might get a little heated, but I respect you, so I'm genuinely interested in how you feel. Some people might say, you know what? I don't give a fuck about these racist people. I'm just here for my bags, and they'll ignore all of everything that isn't the coins, the math, and the dollars. What are your thoughts there?
yeah.
What do you think about saying, I'm not going to get pulled into any of this emotional bullshit? I'm going to just focus on get my ruler, and it's about my crypto, my ruler, and the bags.
Well, don't be surprised when the shit comes for you.
How? But I
It's
mean,
listen, I mean, unless you are, because all this shit is for a cis straight white man, right?
no, this
That's
is what I'm talking. Okay, this is what you're saying, and this is what I'm pointing to. Okay, now this is black hat, and I mean that in more ways than one, my brother. This is black hat. I've always grown up, and it's been difficult not being enough of either things, of any of the things, right? But too much of some of the things to be in this group or that group or whatever. I'm sure you get what I'm saying, right?
yeah.
And so it might be presented to you that it's not for you, right? Those kids are telling you that you can't have it, but actually you can. You just don't listen to them. And that's
Oh,
what I'm trying to say is that,
okay.
you
Yes.
feel
Okay.
me?
Yeah.
Am
So
I
listen.
gonna play? I can just totally fuck the whole game. You can say what you want. I'm still gonna get mine. I'm not even out, that those are like the people they say, yeah, I like, so, like some drug dealers, right? They sell drugs to people who they know wouldn't have a drink with them because
Yeah.
there's race issues or whatever, but they're not gonna not have that person as a client because they
Sure.
know that man or that woman would never invite them to their home or their dinner table or their bed. But they're not gonna turn down that money. And so that's what I'm saying is there's actually another perspective here, which is I'm above, or this is like one way to look at it is like, I'm above all of it. They let them have their racist commercials. And in fact, they can completely be racist, but there's literally nothing from keeping me out of this game. My money is green and I'm going to make my money even with this racist company. So what are your thoughts on that insight?
Listen, and just like I said before, the slave owner's on the money, right? On the dollars that we got to cash crypto and shit out for. So, so that is a thing. That's a reality. That's something we got to deal with. And as far as, because I talk to my pops about this type of shit a lot too. Like I'm not about to. Even when I saw my bags pumping because Trump got elected, I'm like, I'm not about to get out of the crypto game as a whole because it is, it benefits from these MAGA fucks. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, I'm gonna make a couple more points. I do got a split. Family's texting me right now, but first off, fuck Solana for that. They showed us, so fuck them for that. Me personally, I don't want to do business with Solana anymore. But secondly, we can't let blockchain is about to be the fucking future. Blockchain truly is about to be the fucking future, and we can't let them run us off of that. Not at all. Not at all. Because that's what happens. That's what always happens. Is that they start to take it over. They make it seem like it's not for us. We don't get educated on it, and then we again get left out of another, massive asset shift. And we need to stay on top of this shit
Yes.
and learn this shit as much as possible. So I will say that. What I will never say is don't learn all about something. Learn about this fucking shit. Because even me growing up, like I used to always hear, "Oh, playing guitar is for white boys. Like, why you want to play a guitar?" Like I never forget it when I told my friends like, "Yo, I'm getting a guitar for Christmas." They were like, "Why? Like you're a rapper, not a rocker." I'm like, "We don't fuck." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "We're kids." like. I'm like, my dad fucking played guitar. Like, I want to fucking play guitar. Like, shit, I want a guitar for fucking Christmas. Let me get one, So, and even and from that point on, I saw how, you know, out of me and my cousins, I was the musical one. I was the one who was putting the beats together. I was the one who was making stuff happen. Like, yeah, we want to rap. Like, hey, I got all the stuff, and it's all because back then I was like, I want a guitar, but they were like, no, we're black. We don't play guitar. Why do you want a guitar? We rap. We're black. We don't play guitar. So that was a lesson I learned early on. And again, I think it's same shit happening now. Same shit happening now. Oh, crypto, like you fuck with crypto, man. That's that racist shit. Like, oh, that's racist money. I can. This shit's already starting to happen. A lot of black people are really ignorant to crypto. They don't get it. But that's why I've always tried to be a beacon of education for us in this space. That's what I've always tried to do, and even have to do that more so now because of everything that's fucking happening. So yeah. So we can't just disavow crypto as a whole or blockchain as a whole. Fuck Solana though. Fuck Solana, but don't ignore blockchain. And another point that I'm going to make, last point I'm going to make, um, in India, the British wanted to put a tax on salt, right? But they just started going to the ocean itself to make their salt. And the government was like, "Oh fuck that! Whoop, beat them the fuck down," And this is where we're at. This is where we're at. And I've always said too that uh, I don't give a shit who comes into crypto or who comes into Web3, whatever the fuck, as long as nothing ever inhibits our access to the blockchain. I don't care what labels come, what companies come, Coca-Cola, Disney, whatever the fuck. But as soon as it's like, hey, listen, Coca-Cola paid for the blockchain all day, so nobody can do any crypto transactions because Coca-Cola bought access to the blockchains for the day. Until some shit like that fucking happens, and I'm fucking good with whoever's here doing whatever the fuck. I don't care. But, a lot of these quote unquote blockchain, especially shit like Solana organizations or companies, You know, they're companies, just like a Target, just like a Walmart. They can be boycotted, you know, and that's what. And I think we need to do that. I think we need to stand strong and fucking show them, you know, who's buttering their fucking bread around here, you know? So.
But, you know, a boycott, is a boycott by definition permanent?
I don't know if it's permanent. I think I don't that for me, I'm like, yo, you show me who the fuck you are, I ain't fucking with you, you know? Like what, and I guess it's everybody's
See, the you know, so I'm saying it's like, you know, I definitely would not want to. I wouldn't choose to support a company or contribute to a company where they were aligned against me specifically. You know what I mean? Or against my people, or against my beliefs, my you know, stuff that I feel is like important, like against humanity. That's what I'm trying to say, against humanity. I'm talking about stuff that really, really matters, like against humanity, right? At the same time, there's a difference between someone presenting something that's not true and allowing that untruth to influence the decisions that we make that literally affect, you know, day-to-day life, lifestyle, you know, all this stuff. Like, you know, one thing about, and I'm not saying Solana is like something that can't be that has to be included in everyone's life. It doesn't, right? And every single blockchain will have a technical deficit. There's other blockchains that would be faster and so on and whatever in time. But right now, Solana does have its charms, and there's like certain things to do. And so I'm just saying, like, there is that element, there is that potential for a person to make important decisions, like, for example, not to use Solana or whatever, or maybe they had a project that they've already invested many months or much time into, or what if they're just about to launch their NFT project? They've paid all the artists, they've been making the art for months. I'm talking, you know what I'm talking about? Like, imagine someone's got invested, you know, what about that person, right? How do you make a decision that feels authentic? And so I'm just saying, like, you know, it's really important for everyone to make their own decisions and to make sure that if you're gonna not do something that you previously were gonna do, that that decision also serves your greatest good.
yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I agree with that too. Because even this, like this is all right, and I know I keep saying this is the last thing I'm gonna say, but this is for real the last thing I'm gonna
I
say.
need to just move next door.
Yeah, just open your window all the way windows. Don't make sure. Hey, but um, when the Target boycott started, right? That's something that I participated in, the Walmart boycott. I'm still doing that. Apparently, my family doesn't when I'm out of town, but I'm still participating very
Oh,
much in
you
it.
found some bags. You found some
Oh,
evidence. You found some
no, no,
receipts.
no. The baby's all like, Daddy, I got this new toy from Walmart. And I'm like, oh, so y'all be hitting up Walmart when I'm not there. But okay, I got you. I got you. But no, like one thing that I saw was because there was you know black businesses had products at Walmart, at Target, right? And people were calling them sellouts for being like, yo, we got products, but they was like, yo, they have contracts, they're invested, they can't just pull their shit.
That's right. And let's not talk about how hard it was to get those contracts in the first place.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
how
So
important it is to have black products in Target. Yo, one of my there's a model that I know. I want to give a shout out to Alicia Brown right now. But there's a model that I know that I came up with, and she has she has like black hair care products, and her stuff is in Target. I'm so proud of her.
yeah, right. So what you know, what do you what like me, I'm not the one that's about to be saying like, oh, you're selling out this and that. No. When I found that out, I'm like, damn, you know, like I didn't even really think about that initially. My first reaction was like, I'm not buying shit from these fucking stores, you know, but I'm like, no. this is when we show them. This is when we show them who we are. This is when we show them what the power that our dollars have. So when we go to the store, even when the baby wants a toy, we're like, hey, honey, like, check these toys. I'm like, look, and I'm really, really particular in how I present it to her. Like, yo, honey, like, listen to this. Or I'm like, yo, honey, look at this one. It has hair like you. And she's
Oh,
like, oh, whoa. And she loves that shit. She loves it. So it's like, hey, we will go there and show like, hey, listen, our dollars have value. Our culture has value, because that's the bottom line. You know what I mean? It's all about that. So, and I mean, obviously, there's not like many like white founded like tread oil brands out. There might be some. There might be some. I don't know. But I'm going into the black section to get me some hair grease. What it is. So when we do go shop there, anyway, as long when I'm there, anyway, So I know when I ain't there, they be like, "Yo, let's go over that section. Let's go over that section." You know what I
extra
mean?
large popcorn. Put some butter on that bitch.
Right,
Ah,
right, 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 right.
the
Like,
hell, the old man's out of town. Bring on the hot dogs,
yep,
honey. No, make
yep,
it an extra large.
yep. but yeah, and that's something too. Like if an artist is in it, they are, just like you were saying, they've invested in it and they're there. They're at the finish line. They're about to launch. Some shit like this comes out. You want to support them, because we can't just leave each other high and dry at the same time. But I mean, to me personally, I don't know anybody who's like dropping any like culturally relevant projects on Salon. If there are something like me, DM
I
me.
mean, if you are whatever culture you are, your project is culturally relevant to your people.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, and like I'm saying, like when I speak about us, I'm speaking about all of
Oh,
us fighting this bullshit right now.
yes.
So yeah. So be conscious, be strategic about how how you move in this crypto space now, because people are starting to, the masks are coming off. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there, because I'm gonna go around. I know the baby wants to have a movie night. I gotta go make the popcorn. She's always
Oh,
popcorn, so she know. Yo, I think I told you I got the flavor call, the fucking yellow 5. It's just straight salt and yellow, yo. This shit is so fucking good. It's just the ingredients: salt, yellow. That's it.
yellow 5. That's probably like that natural red number 4.
I don't care. Make the popcorn taste
Don't
fucking
tell me,
immaculate.
Maximilian.
Give me that shit. It was great.
What's the movie tonight? Do you know?
No, I'm sure I'll find out momentarily, but
Aw,
we'll see.
that's amazing. Well, I hope you enjoy it. It's been so great catching up with you, and thanks for having these important conversations with me. I know it's off the beaten path, but I feel like these things are important because, as you said, everything in our ecosystem, it's a small ecosystem, and things are tied together, So there's a lot that's built on Solana, and we talk a lot about authenticity in the space. And I like to put my money where my mouth is. So when these things come up, and as you can tell, like I'm the word conflicted is not exactly the right word, but I'll just say I have complex feelings about this because I also recognize that it is a great, and this is the last thing I'll say. I'll close with this. I'll say this. You mentioned God Cloud about you'll have a problem when they start keeping people out, when they start blocking access. And so what I'm trying to show everyone is that these kinds of commercials is actually a strategic move to make people want to block themselves out from the opportunities that are coming. So I'm not going to, throw your tomatoes, but I'm not going to throw any tomatoes because if a person sees a commercial like that and feels like, I don't want to align with that, I don't want to associate with that, I totally respect it. On the other hand, if someone is also is of the mindset where it's like, hey, I don't care about their marketing. I'm here to make money. The access is here how to do it, and that's what I'm all about. And you decide that you're not going to be privy to the rhetoric. I respect that too, and I understand it because it actually is a strategy to make people believe that something is not for them. don't think for a moment that that's not a strategy that people use to keep people out. It absolutely is.
100%. I agree.
Yeah.
100%. But they ain't getting no more of my fucking money. They ain't getting none of my money.
You goat, you goat. Well, we'll see. We'll see what's happening. We're gonna see what's happening. But I love you, God Cloud, and thank you so much for everything. It's been great rapping with you.
Absolutely, love you too, homie. Also, we'll do this again next week. Next week, I'm doing shows all week next week too. So come through to Indiana.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be there.
You know how it go.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Is that right?
Yep. Might
I'll
even
be
do
there.
some pop-ups on Monday and Tuesday. We might have
Let's
to
do
have some
it.
bases or some shit, yo.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Anyway,
Yeah.
we didn't talk about our song. We didn't talk about.
All right, that's next week then. We could if you're down to do it. I think I'm
Yes.
free. Oh fuck! I got wrestling this weekend too. Shit.
Are you commenting? Are you
Doing announcing. You know what? I gotta
announcing?
see. I gotta see. I gotta see.
Okay,
Hold
let
on.
me know. I'd love
Let
to
me
do it, but let me know if you're up for it. Let me know.
word up. Word up. But all right. Thanks everybody for coming. We appreciate y'all. Much love. Peace.
Peace.
Later. All right, I'm out. Peace.
Bye. All right, GC. He had to take off, so let me take a moment to share. I made this little QR code for GC because you got to go to godcloud.org to get some of his MUSIC. So there's the QR code. I know in the past when we talk, he's usually asking people, hey, subscribe via drip. But we talked, and this week, I'm going to just point you to godcloud.org. So there it is. And if you'd like to claim your comeuppance, here's mine. This is a special NFT that I created, and you can still get it. It's free. You should get it. It's not very often that I give away free things, so definitely want to grab this. It has lots of fun utility. Just wait and see. And I look forward to seeing you and surprising you with the utility. Love making these things. And the NFT itself is super cute too. So this is one that I animated by hand, frame by frame. This is from my Guilt Vision collection, my collection of glitched women. That's glitches I'd like to finance, not your granddad's gifts, okay? Don't you forget it. Anyway, thanks for hanging with us. I know it's been a bit of a spicy conversation, but that's how it is. We were on the road and definitely had to get caught up on the things that happened. And when I was looking to see like what were we going to talk about today, I just couldn't believe the news I had found. So it was really good to have these conversations. Believe it or not, these are the kind of conversations I actually have with my friends offline. I do talk about these hard things because, we do discuss authenticity a lot. And I feel like authenticity is important. And that goes down to putting our money where our mouth is. That matters a lot to me. That's what I mean when I say standing on business. That means like everything I do is aligned with myself as much as possible. I really do care about this stuff. I care about myself. I care about you. And I care about the world. So I don't want to be seen to be supporting any fuck shit. So that's what's up. But most importantly, we have to do what's best and right for us. So you always do what's best and right for you and know that you have my respect and admiration for taking care of yourself. Without further ado, I'm going to adjourn to the weekend. My name is Maximilian, and you've been hanging out with Beat Simp. We are the on-chain music cabal, encouraging musicians to publish independently and get your music and art on the blockchain.